Hey, you're not supposed to have tears in your eyes when you kiss me. I just won't allow it.
You know, I'm mad.
Certifiable.
No, really, you know, I have allowed myself to be driven out of my mind by Miranda for days and days, and then you come in here just now and ask me if I think that you care more for Miranda, and I just say no, as an automatic reflex. I mean, I didn't even pause to think.
Pause as long as you like. Think as hard as you may. You will still come up with the same answer, because it is the truth.
Don't ever make me frightened of losing you again.
I won't do anything to make you. But irrational fears I can do nothing about. Now, if Miranda were to change her dizzy little mind and do a U-turn in that car park and come walking in through that door, she'd behave with me in exactly the same way. It's in her nature.
And would you be the same towards her?
Well, would it be wise to be anything but? I mean, on the general day-to-day level, we get along pretty well. There'd be no point in changing. It will give it too much significance, young lady, and it really didn't have any meaning.
It's just that, oh, I just hated seeing it. I tried to ignore it and pretend it wasn't happening, and then every time I saw her big brown eyes sort of homing in on you, I could sort of see messages flashing to your heart.
Off target and not received.
I mean, does everybody else think I'm mad?
What?
Well, Paul must, for a start. I mean, all that finger-wagging to no avail.
All his life.
And Barbara, too. I mean, she must have felt the full force. Do you think I'm mad?
I don't count.
Oh, yes, you do. You count more than anyone else in the world.
Ah, but I have a very special defense.
And what's that?
A little thing called love.
You want some more tea, dear?
That's empty.
Oh, it is?
Oh, it doesn't matter. Not for me. I've got a bed tonight, so I'm going to take advantage of it.
Don't worry. It's not for much longer.
Ah, Mr. Hudson's room going free, then. Great.
I mean, you won't be sharing.
Oh, come on, Maeve.
Well?
Well, don't harden your heart.
It's me heart I'm worried about. There you have it. I won't have it. Them. Him.
But Benny's a great guy, Maeve.
It's his great mouse I'm worried about. And...
Yes, I know he's got a temper, but Maeve...
Bad temper.
You got nothing to worry about with Benny.
I won't have. And you. You should have told him. You're as weak as he is. Soft. Makes no odds in the end.
I'm going to go to bed. Good night.
Go on, Max.
Maeve, give him another.
My mind's made up.
Mac will tell him no anyway. Better coming from him. He knows how to talk to him.
And you don't. You're a coward, Sid.
How's he gone to bed?
Yeah, well, look, do you want me to tell him? Look, it's going to be pretty tough, you know. Especially as I get to keep the room and all.
All right, Mac, go and bring him down. I'll tell him.
Great.
No, my trip to London can wait.
Goodness, now there is a sight I didn't expect to see.
Well, I hope it isn't too much of a shock to the system.
What's it in aid of?
Well, I have been beastly to you, haven't I?
Well, that hardly warrants breaking out the bubbly.
Come and join us, then I can say sorry. And a few other things.
What other things?
Momentous decisions.
Ah, those. Yes, I hope you haven't got anything big planned for October.
Not that I can think of, no. Why?
We have. We're getting married.
You brought it forward, then.
Well, it was inevitable.
Why?
Before Madam here has any more brainstorms.
Oh, yes, I'm inclined to get those, you see, whenever I think he's looking at another woman.
She's threatening to have me blinking.
Something of a handicap.
Well, it's less painful than the alternative.
So you fixed the date?
Yes, and it's not going to get changed because preparations will go into full swing in the morning.
Well, here's to you.
Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you, David. You know, I have been absolutely unbearable for days, haven't I?
Not that you'd notice.
And I've said horrid things about you and your novel. I'm sorry about that.
The critics can give you a head start.
Yeah. You see, I've just been so confused and in a muddle.
But you're out of it now.
Oh, absolutely. I'm walking on air. It's a wonderful feeling, isn't it?
Well, the memory's growing a little dim.
Oh, poor old soul, really.
Hey, come on, are you going to take me home?
Tonight, you're full of good ideas.
Well, don't you be, because we've got a million things to do and I'm going to start first thing in the morning.
A million?
Well, decisions, but don't worry. I am in a very positive mood.
Hasn't gone unnoticed.
Could you hang on to it for a little while and spare a little for the running of the motel? Miranda gone, we're going to be up to our eyes.
Now Miranda's gone, Adam will be able to work twice as hard, won't you?
Now, why didn't that occur to me?
Because, David, you know full well that I can't work twice as hard as I do already. Good night.
Night.
Good night.
See you in the morning.
Oh, well, well, well. That's a turn-up. Is that grunt meant to convey disapproval?
Well, I had hoped that this on-off affair would come to a halt at off. Still, they haven't walked down the aisle yet.
I have a feeling they will.
Is that your search for a happy ending?
No. Theirs.
Well, I'm taking mine up. And... Oh, Glenda's gone up, has she?
Yeah, he's whacked.
Oh,
So am I, for that matter.
Oh, no, I can't stand any more tonight.
See him off, shall I?
Yes, please. Oh.
Hello. Carry on, just popped in on my way home from work.
Glenda's in bed.
Oh, is she? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Like the coat?
That's not bad, is it? Kath, I didn't
Hello,
thought-
Wally.
I mean,
How are
thought-
you? Only we just...
Oh, well, since you ask, no good at all. I mean, weak on me pins, you know. Oh, I don't know. Hot 1 minute, cold the next. Then red hot, then icy cold. You know, I feel as if I've been sitting in a draft for about half a day.
What are you having, that car park?
Aye, what with this throat, you know, and this cough, you know what I mean to say. But no worry. I'll be all right when I get my puff back.
Yes, well, it does sound nasty.
Aye, well, it is. I mean, there's no respite when that wind comes up, you know. Take me off, I shouldn't wonder. A winter of that.
Not with that sort of protection, it won't.
Eh?
You know. Now, listen, Wally. We've had a hell of a night. We're just on our way to bed. We've both got work tomorrow, and I tell you, cold tea isn't going to help us sleep. Know what I mean?
Oh, well, I didn't know.
No, well, you
know.
weren't to know, love. Look, why don't you pop round and see me tomorrow, and I'll make you a nice pot of tea and a cake, eh?
Yeah, that sounds lovely, Kath. Real sounds there. By the way, you know you've got a film on there tonight with Betty Davis on.
Yeah, well, if you get a move on, you won't miss much.
Ah, but them set-top aerials are no good, Kevin, you know what I mean? The picture's all fuzzy,
Come
isn't
on.
it? Ah, well, perhaps you're right, then. Hey, by Jove, came right from me boots, that did. Good night, then.
Oh, night, love.
Oh, I don't know. Sure.
I know you go.
I'll see you.
Oh, you know, I felt awful sending him off like that. That cough was for real, Kevin, you know. Oh, that's terrible. I could at least have offered him a drink, couldn't I?
It wasn't tea he was after. Been down the oak by the smell of him. Fuzzy pictures. Light ale.
Oh, look, he's forgotten his scarf. He's going to need that, isn't he?
I'll drop it in to him tomorrow.
All right. Well, we'll try again, shall we?
Maeve. Wonder where she's gone to.
I know there was something up, though. Mac, he couldn't even look me in the face.
Well, you can't blame her, can you? I mean, a mouse and an old woman like Maeve. It's no wonder she's standing there with her petticoats up after seeing a mouse in one of her rooms.
Petticoats?
Well, it's just a figure of speech.
Yeah, but it weren't bothering her, none, was it?
I'd like to see her face, though.
Snooping, that's what you were doing.
Yeah. Women, that's my weakness, see? Mice, that's yours. Women and mice. Still, you can't have them both, women and mice, so you pays your money and it takes your choice.
Yeah, but where's it gonna go?
To heaven, I suppose, one day. Anyway, meanwhile, there's plenty of space round here that a mouse can get lost in. I mean, if you were a mouse, lad, you wouldn't want to be stuck in that cage, would you, this time of year?
It's all right. Likes being with me.
Oh, thinking of yourself, eh? Not him. Anyway, come on now. You got to make your mind up, Benny. What is it? Mavis or the mouse? I know it's not going to be an easy choice.
I ain't leaving. There's supposed to be a spaceship in here, free one. I can't find it.
Gone into orbit, I dare say. Oh, talking about outer space, here comes Laughing Boy. Hello.
More than all.
Usual fry-up, is it? Well, there's flakes or toast or what?
Oh, he gets fry-up as well, does he?
He is grateful, and he's got the time.
And I haven't.
Oh, thanks, love, though. I couldn't face anything greasy this morning. I had a dreadful night, you know. Shivering, sweating, barking cough.
I heard you, mate. 4 o'clock this morning.
You know, I just don't know what it feels like I've swallowed.
Must have been your spaceship, Benny. Are you catching a lift with me? Or are you going to come with our consultant mechanic over here?
Oh, I'll come with you.
See you all later. Ta-ra.
Ta-ra. Oh.
Just a bite of toast you'll have then, will you?
Aye, thanks very much, though. That'll do.
Millions would be grateful for what you've left.
Yeah, no, my teeth. Why didn't you take the rind off mine? You can tell I'm not a lodger here.
Might as well be.
You can be put off your breakfast, you know.
Aye, you're right.
Right, Graham, what are you doing, mate? Oh, well, Mac let me in. I've just brought this round for Wally.
Ah, fair enough.
Wally.
Oh, hey, oh, that's where I left it, is it? Oh, right. Well, I don't think, you know, I think I'll go and get a hot water bottle and get up to my room, love. I'm not due for work till later, you know.
You sweat it out. Sounds like a chill.
Aye, yes. I mean, it's no good facing elephants, you know, before I'm due to...
There's still some hot water in the kettle. You fetch down your bottle. I'll lend you mine as well.
I thought you had Sid to keep you warm.
Aye, Joe, you know, you're good to me. You know that. If Sid hadn't got in there first...
You'd have been proper lumbered.
Hey,
Get along with ya.
Well, I'll see you.
Your name's Mud there. You know, don't you?
Well, nobody was in the mood for entertaining when he rolled up. We had a house full on and off all night.
Gets upset very easy. They do, you know, as they get older, like kids.
He'd been round once before at that time taking advantage of Kath's hospitality, and she'd had enough. And he'd been down the local.
And that good reason to slam the door in his face?
You believe that?
Said you did. Special mention.
Look, there's no love lost between me and Wally. But no, he got upset because we wouldn't give him a drink and company for the late-night film. He's like a kid when you say no and all.
Then I'm sorry I didn't offer you the cuppa.
Ah, it's all right. I haven't got time anyway. I'm on a job. You really do fall for it, don't you? The old charmer.
He's no trouble. Needs a bit of fuss at his time of life.
Yeah, well, don't get taken for granted. It can be a full-time job, can Wally, if you let him be. See what I mean?
I may be sympathetic, my lad, but I'm not stupid.
No, the trouble is, I can't get in because we're rushed off our feet here. No, so would you send me some samples? Yes. Oh, you know, nothing gaudy, just keep it plain. White, obviously, and then maybe just plain black writing.
Come in.
Can I have a word?
Yes.
Don't worry, I'll make a quick decision, and I'll just give you a buzz.
I've heard from my father.
Oh, yes. How is he?
Well, thank you, Mr. Avery. Right, I've made a start. Good. Oh, sorry.
No, Dad's fine, but he's going to be away for some time.
In Canada?
Yeah.
Oh, lucky him. That's an idea for a honeymoon, isn't it? I mean, Canada in the fall.
Jill. Shush.
Sorry.
Thing is, about the garage. He wants to offload.
I see.
Mom's pushing him, I think. Links and that, you know.
Yeah, well, that shouldn't be too difficult.
Yeah, well, there's no great hurry. He just asked me to put out feelers, so...
Yes, well, we're interested. When Lamont sold the garage to your father, there were certain conditions that made it impossible for us to compete. But obviously it's to our advantage to have the whole thing under one management. I've got your father's office number on file. Shall I deal through that?
Initially, I suppose, yeah.
Right. Well, I'll have a valuation done.
Right.
And, Kevin, can we keep quiet about this?
Yeah, sure.
You know, if I thought it would make any difference, I'd say to Maeve that if you went, I'd go too.
It would make no difference, sir. She just set against me.
I'm afraid so, mate.
But I'm not leaving.
Right. You coming then?
Yeah, in a minute.
Is just your jacket in there?
My jacket's in there.
Anything else? Look, Benny, you can't keep him a secret, man. Well, he's gonna make one hell of a racket when he starts rumbling around in there.
No, he won't, because he's in his little box. He ain't in the one with the wheel in, and when he ain't got the wheel, he's ever so quiet.
Oh, Sharon's gonna flip.
No, she ain't.
Why, you gonna ask her? You know she's gonna flip.
If she don't know.
It won't hurt her.
Mac, he wouldn't hurt anybody.
That's not the point, Benny. The point is that people don't like mice.
Well, I like mice.
Got a minute, mate, before I go to work? Look, I had a chat with Benny last night while you'd scarp it.
I heard you through the wall. Didn't raise his voice when you told him, I'll give him that.
Well, I didn't tell him. Not to go, that is.
You didn't.
I told him to take his animals out of Mac in his room, and he agreed, okay?
And take himself out while he's about it.
Oh, well, I mean, that's nothing to do with it. You said no animals, right?
I wanted him to go. Him.
Yeah, well, I said he could stay.
Well, you can tell him he can't. It's not your house.
It's not fair, is it, mate?
It's the truth. You never listen to a thing I say, do you? Why can't you just listen?
Okay, I'm listening. But you tell me why you're turning that lonely boy out. When he's got friends here, he thinks this is his family, right? He's even agreed to get rid of his pets.
Pets?
Oh, come on, Maeve, you got a heart of gold. I've relied on it in the past. But I've never known you to be so harsh. Well, not with anyone else, that is.
It's not just the mouse or the caterpillars. Not even the spiders. It's him. He's worse than any of them things put together.
You make him sound like some fiend or other. You're not afraid of him, are you?
Don't you ever listen to anyone? Don't you listen to him? Don't you watch him?
Look, he's had a hard time since Mrs. Price passed away. Now, wait a minute, Maeve. That's it, isn't it?
He gives me the creeps.
Now, look, anyone could have found her. I mean, it's not catching death, if that's what you're thinking about.
There's something about him and dying. For all his batty talk about life being beautiful. I didn't sleep last night, nor the night before.
Well, that's your own fault, isn't it? You get yourself worked up.
I know. That's why I won't have him here. I'll not sleep till he's gone somewhere else. And that's final sin. You know me when my mind's made up.
I know you all right, Maeve.